Shout out to MC for believing in the vision.
That's my homie.
He took me in and joined me on this crazy mission.
Yeah.
So now it's up to me to make the execution. You can never box me in, I'm more than Afrofusion. I can switch it up and bring it back, all without confusion. Don't get too comfortable, you're gonna need a cushion.
Each other. That's the kind of motherfucking politicians we're talking about.
Okay, think about it like this. Just like you've talked about relationship thing. You've ever met like someone, you know, like you have good intentions for them. You feel like, you love this shorty, what you see yourself spending the rest of your life with her. You finally get her. You guys start working on it. You know, along the way, you start seeing all these bad sides about her. And now you're like, shit, what did I get myself into? So now that's when the fights also start coming. So I feel like it also works the way relationships work in a way. So you find people end up getting divorced now. People that promised forever to each other.
What made that? What brought that fight is because of the lie that I did first.
Yeah, but at first, remember, you had pure intentions for the person.
Yeah, because now if I had pure, you know, there are two ways. There are two parties here.
Yeah.
Me, I could be right. I have that intention.
Yeah.
But Hash was lying. So those are politicians. These are people, because there's politicians and there are people. Those are two parties. So one has to be right, another one has to be wrong. So if two people come off them, they are right, that shit will happen. So my point is here. If politicians do the right thing, and people, the only job people do is put the vote there. They take him to the seat. So if he reaches to the seat, does he do what he promised people to do for them? That's the question. The same as relationship. I may be down for you. I gave you my word. In that sword, God, you are the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. But are you? These are two both side questions.
Yeah. Now, what if when that person, the right person is elected, the person that's going to bring the change, and now they reach the position where they can make that change, and they try to bring that change actually, genuinely, but they have now all these other obstacles that are stopping them from bringing that change.
Let me give you
then they get judged.
Good. That's
failing.
a good question. That's a good question. Let me give you a simple example. The president here, the running president, His Excellency Paul Kagame, right? Since he entered into politics, he was me, I'm there for my people. People started to bring bullshit, trying to do corruption thing. He was like, your guys were joking. We ain't playing games here. The government money needs to be used for the servicing the citizens, not your stomach. He stood on his word, and right now he still stands on his word. And that's why you see Rwanda is developing every single day. So if we had like 10, at least 10, like 20 people like His Excellency Paul Kagame, do you think we could be, check Africa could be?
Unfortunately, he's the 1%. So
no, but that's what I'm talking about.
So unfortunately, he's the 1%.
If he can do it, why not others can't? These MPs,
like I said, the majority, man.
You tell me that in Uganda there are 300 MPs, 500 MPs for what? Stupid. Eating, and everyone, the stomach is here, complaining that Museveni has not done this. You as an MP, Museveni want to rule the whole country. That's why he needs the MPs, the ministers. What have you done for your district?
Me, I don't blame them, honestly.
No, bro, I think you're not getting my point here.
No, I get your point.
No, you're not getting my point.
I get your point. There's actually many of us that are pissed off at that. Because they're actually stealing from us. Our taxes we pay.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
if His Excellency Paul Kagame can stand on his legs, on his word, I said this and I mean it. That means if we elect people like him and they stand on their word, and they give the word to people and they still stand on it when they reached in power, why can't also others do the same?
That's now also, it reminds me of the Jesus story also.
Exactly. If the way Jesus said, I'm going to change water into wine. He did it. Stand on your word. Stop promising empty people. Like
Jesus is like a 1%, just the way I'm comparing this 1% thing. You're not going to find 100 Jesus.
That's the same thing as saying that
impossible.
Africans we are good in opening our fucking mouth, but we are not good in actions.
But I don't think it's only Africa, actually.
No.
South America, for example. Venezuela, they always...
Yeah, it's the category. Oh, do you find those are most of the blacks there? But me, I don't care about that continent because I'm not there.
China.
Me, what? No.
China, Xi Jinping doesn't want to leave power.
No, it's not about power. But me, I don't care about you being in power. Me, what I care, do you provide the services? Bro, even if President Kagame rules that run until he dies, because I get the medication is on low cost. You understand? Roads are being worked on.
Yeah.
You understand? Security is tight. You understand?
Well,
there's security everywhere. People are happy. You can withdraw your cash, your money, walk with it out of the bank, go into your car. No one will touch you.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen anyone being shot here at daylight.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anybody being gunned here in Rwanda daylight? Let's be honest.
This is definitely the 1%.
No, this is the point I'm talking about. You get my point?
I don't think it's an Africa problem because even
this
in
is
Asia,
no, bro.
In Asia, bro.
If
just because you don't watch Asian politics and all these other countries,
China has.
No, let's leave alone even China.
China has developed, the roads are good.
Yeah.
The country is good. Me, I don't care about even if Jung Ching or what, who the fuck is that nigga? Even if he kills people every day. But as long as people are getting services.
Yeah, I'm talking about countries we don't even know about. Countries like, is it Brunei, Darussalam, Asian countries.
I'm an African. I'm an African.
Yeah.
I'm not a Chinese. I'm not a South America thing.
No, what I'm saying is,
me,
this problem is not only.
I'm talking about Africa. I'm not going to talk about other continents I haven't been.
Yeah.
But I'm in Africa.
Yeah.
Born in Uganda, raised in Uganda.
Yeah.
Then I moved from Uganda, I came to Rwanda.
Yeah.
You understand? So seeing that people are dying, women who are pregnant are dying on the hospital beds because they lack the services. Schools are just being flooded with water. Kids are still studying under the trees in Uganda. Bro, that thing, and Uganda is that's what they call it, the power of Africa. But because of these stupid ministers and the MPs they elect, they are good at yapping. Just go on the internet. Every day open their fucking mouth. Also
look at it like this. The population. You can't save everyone, man. Imagine, like, what's the population of UG, by the way?
It's now, is it 49 million people?
Yeah, something like that. So even if we made these changes, there's no way we would be able to save everyone. Of course, there's going to be mothers dying on that. How
can a mother die if there is the right medication?
There's never going to be enough resources.
Wow, why?
There's never going to be.
Do you know that at least 80%, at least 60% of those people, okay, now the youth are the more, which means 60% of those people pay tax. Yeah, do you know that not even 100% of individual in the country pay tax? Yeah, but do you know that you pay tax?
I feel like you're looking at it in a one-dimension kind of thing.
Bro, let me ask you.
Even if we all pay taxes, there's never going to be enough resources.
No.
Trust me.
Let me tell you
even all these resources we have,
let me tell you something.
They're never going to be enough.
Every individual on planet Earth, right? Every individual on planet Earth pays tax. So that money that you pay is the money that is supposed to be taking care of you.
Actually not.
Let's take it to this.
If you're speaking in literal terms, not every.
You buy a matchbox, you pay tax.
Yeah,
sugar, you pay tax.
If you're talking in literal terms, not every individual pays.
So let me ask you. Let me ask
you.
Now
you want to tell me straight.
Let me give you a scenario. Bro, even if there are only 100 good hospitals, or even if all 50, full of medication, right? People could still survive. But you go to a hospital, because you are broke, maybe you don't have enough money to do the treatment.
No, it could also be because they're understaffed. They don't have enough nurses to take care of all this.
That's what I'm talking about. Because people are eating the money.
That's what I'm
getting my point. People are fucking eating money. They don't want to pay those nurses.
There's never going to be enough resources.
Recently, young kids from the university, they were causing chaos.
No, look at it like this. Remember during COVID, when it hit Italy and all those other countries, and they had to like fly in doctors from other countries.
No, man, this is a different thing you're talking about. This is a crisis.
I'm relating this to the resources thing that I'm saying.
No, this is a crisis. Bro, for example, let me give, you brought that. If a bus causes an accident, that moment, how many people die? Millions of people, thousands or tens and 20s people may die and others get accidents, right? That's a crisis, that's a problem that has happened right now. But we are talking about the normal situation. Why there's no crisis, like, even if right now hunger comes in the country, most people will die. Reason being what? There's no enough food. That's a crisis. Differentiate between a crisis and a problem and this bullshit of corruption. This is a different thing. Even Jesus, when God sent floods to these people, no one survived. Apart from those people that God selected and the animals that he selected, that's a crisis. COVID was a crisis. COVID was a disaster, which was a virus that attacked the whole world. People that were not even prepared for. Most people, every day, millions of people could get sick. And no one there, no. Now imagine this is just a normal life that we are living in, right? Now you find that mothers who are pregnant, they go to the hospital, they don't know enough doctors, no nurses. Because why? That it's not because nurses it's because of poor payment. No medication in the hospital. You understand? No medicine, no what?
Yeah, but still, that's why I'm saying there's never gonna be enough.
No, resources are there. It's just that we are feeding these politicians.
But there'll never be enough for
you know, you had recently Mpuga, 500 million Ugandan shillings. Nowhere that Kasimo. For what? What have you done for people? Let's get this straight. How can one person get 500 million Ugandan shillings? Then in Karamoja, people are dying of hunger. Floods in Kasese that are killing people. But you know what can do? How many schools can be built in that money?
Man, I wish you would get elected into power.
No, bro, let me tell you some. It's not about being elected. But if I have enough, if I'm being paid what I agreed for, I went to power. They voted me when I got to the position. They voted me. The government voted for me that you'll be earning this. Are you contented with that? Either say yes or no. The same thing that you're being hired in a certain company. The first thing they'll say, what side do you think we can give you? You give your option, right? Also, they have their option. When they give their option, they ask you, are you contented with what we're giving you? You get my point? Yeah. You either say no, or yes, it's your choice. So, if
I guess we elected you into power.
No, honestly, if again you go to power, people elected you, and the government will bring you, because there's a contract they sign, right? Between MPs and the government, there's a contract they sign. You don't just people have elected you well, but you reach there, then it's a job, right? Yeah. You sign a contract, you'll be getting this kind of allowances. This is your salary, then you accept it. So if the government, if you're the Minister of Infrastructure and Road Development, all those things in the country, if they give you go construct these roads, maybe 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers, and they give you 10 billion Ugandan shillings and you pocket it, are you crazy? What else do you want? Look at Rubawa Hospital. No, I think they started constructed Rubawa Hospital when we were in secondary. A decade now has passed. Yeah. And you do you know how much they have so fast gave that guy who's under that tender? Now a fucking trillion.
Yeah, but do you know what he has gone through?
What? Eating Ugandan money?
No, you don't.
Taxes? No. Okay, what has he gone through?
You don't.
No, what has he gone through?
I don't.
Exactly. Yeah, so why are you defending? Why are you defending his ass? No, I know what is happening.
Him, but I'm just not judging him.
Let me ask. No, me how I judge him. When they sat down with the government of Uganda, they told him, bring your budget of this project. He offered, bro, it's the same thing right now. If I ask you, no,
So
let me give you.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think he personally took all the money to himself?
Exactly.
Individually?
Exactly. Not no. His company and his
That's
colleagues.
what I'm saying. We don't know what happened.
Let me tell you something. Let me ask you right now. Let me ask you a simple question. You're into music, right? You get signed with a label. The label comes and say, Peter, the second, we are giving you 20 million rand in France right now for the start. And start one for maybe not for the whole project. Maybe we need 2 albums, right? What you do, you first go buy nasty things, cars, nice houses, fuck nice beaches, right? But you forget that there's a contract that you made with somebody to work on. What are you gonna tell them when you don't do that project? That you had your fucking problems?
No, of course. Now that's up to me.
No, this is something to this. This is the same bullshit to this, bro.
The same example, right? We've seen this artist complain. This person Diddy stole my money, stole my masters. What we've seen this artist complain, right?
No, stop bringing. This is we're talking about people. The guy who ate the War Hospital money. This is the thing. Me, I just gave an example to you. Back to you. The government he brought a proposal to the government. The government accepted him. Said, bring your budget. How you gonna do this until the completion of the project?
Yeah, but do you know who else was involved in that?
We don't care.
He cannot work alone. He has a team.
Bro, it's the same thing.
Imagine if someone on his team is the one that ate most of the money.
No, it's the same.
He's the face.
No.
We're judging.
Let me give you a scenario. Even you, when the label calls you to sign, you're gonna come with your lawyer.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to explain to you with the whole
You're gonna come with your manager. You're gonna come with your promoters. You tell the label, this is what I'm gonna do. I need the promoters. I need the my lawyer, my attorney got to be there, and my manager got to be there. All that, and all that have been taken care of by the label. You understand? So the lawyer said, okay, maybe my client to do this, we need 20 million. And you have a team, right? You sat all with your lawyer and with your manager. You looked all those expenses that are needed. Maybe the lawyer is gonna take maybe like 2 million. You doing the project is gonna take us like 5 million, right? With your outfit and the workers who gonna be helping you to promote, they will also take like 4 million. That's approximately 11 million. Then for the manager, maybe 2 million, and also me, I'm gonna remain with maybe 2 million. You understand? That means something like 15 M. Then the 5 M is gonna be like a saving thing, which that will help us in any case that it runs. You did your mathematics and with your lawyers and with your accountants and all that, financial advisor, all that, right? You know that the 20 M is the money that we should get. And the label say, fine, we're giving you this amount. Then after getting the amount, the lawyer first say, you know what? First give me the 50, maybe give me like a 6 M. You also say, let me first pocket my 10 M. How much has gone? Over 16 M.
So now you see how the things are working in the back. But it all comes to me because I'm the face. It's the same thing with that guy. Imagine his team working in the back. Things we don't know about.
That's what I'm talking about. When the label comes, who's gonna attack? When the label comes to ask you for the project, is he gonna attack the lawyer or you?
Of course, I'm the face.
Exactly.
Now imagine the same person. We don't know. That's why I asked you. Do you know what happened? You say no. You don't know.
No, because he's there. Let me tell you something. If you sign, you sign. Let me ask you. We've been brothers for a long time. Now let me ask you a question. We've been brothers for a long time. We are standing in front of a wall. It's a wall. Can I force you to jump there? Now you know the reason why. If you jump there, you are not coming back. Can I force you? When you know the problem, we know when that if I jump down, I ain't coming back. Can you jump into that wall?
No.
Exactly. So if you know that you fucking signed that contract, that the project will take this amount, why don't you allow those motherfuckers? That's why in every company, in every organization, in everywhere, there's a fucking leader and there's a top dog on there.
Let me explain my point. So my point was like, as a viewer, someone watching, you're also a viewer, right? The viewer in this case is like now the label. No, not the label. The person watching me on YouTube. This label fucked me up. Now I'm telling my story. They don't know the back end. The label, gave me the money, and then these things happen in the background. So it's up to me. It's my fault. So now the same thing, that person, the government gave him the money, shit happened, money got lost. So now us as viewers, we are looking up to him, we're looking at him, but we don't know what happened in the back.
What do you care about?
That's the same. That's how I'm explaining. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
No, what do you care about what him he allowed the project? What do you care about that?
No, that's why I'm asking. That's how I don't know if you understand.
No, my point is that you are trying to defend this person that maybe has other issues, but why do you bring that issue into people's money for what into people's services? Your issues, your personal fucking issues. What do you bring in serving people?
I think this is the part where we.
Get my point. This money is not that they didn't tell you to pick money. Get this straight. If the government said, okay, use your own money, they could get it. But the government is giving money to him. Bro, get it straight. You tell me that I want you to send you to town. Right now, I want to send you to town, right? I give you my money to go to town because it's me sending you. After giving you my money, you go there, buy mandazi. Then you tell, and I ask, did you go to town? No, I didn't. Why? What are you going to explain to me? Exactly.
Yeah, no, actually.
Now you get my...
I'm starting to understand this.
You get my point now.
Yeah, now, the way I understand it, that issue is between you and me. Right? So these same issues between the government and
the tender guy who the company got the.
But now for us, we're not involved in any way.
Yes. Because for us, our job, we paid the taxes.
Yeah, so that's none of.
Then the government called the some tender because they wanted to construct this to give the service to people.
Yeah.
You understand? So after they sat down, okay, which place is good? There's a land for the government. Yeah. This land is gonna be used for setting a mega project, a mega hospital for people. You understand? So they say they put that tender out on website. People apply. They choose one tender so they choose one person to come and take over the tender. You understand? So they ask him, bring for us what the proposal of this project. You go, you have the architects, you have the engineers, you have the lawyers, you have the financial advisors, you have every fucking resource because the company is big. Because if they choose you, it's a multi-billionaire company. You understand? So they sat down, they went through everything, then they finalized the contract. So they finalized the proposal, they brought it in front of the government. They say, okay, this is our proposal. The project will take us $300 million. You get my point? Then the government say, okay, we agree. Let the project start. They sign contracts. Then after you start pocketing the money.